my We're all good. We're good. I promise we're good. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I am not going to be posting a week of this month because I'm actually leaving for California in 2 weeks. I just won't have time. So today will be your long video of the month. I'm pretty sure this sucker is going to be at least 2 hours long. And that is because it is plant shelf maintenance day. Not only am I gonna do plant maintenance, I did already water because things were super thirsty like 2 days ago and I couldn't get around to filming. But I'm gonna be showing you every single plant that I have growing on the shelf right now. Every single one. So it's kind of like a plant tour, like a plant shelf tour. And then I'm gonna be pest inspecting, pest treating, chopping leaves off, and then just restyling the whole thing. I actually was thinking of taking pretty drastic measures before this trip to California, and this is something that I actually haven't done before. I have a thrips problem right now, and I just feel like these pests come in waves. I was dealing with spider mites for the longest time. The spider mite issue has really not been terrible in the last, I would say, month. And then it was like fungus gnats, which I still am dealing with. Not as bad as it was previously, but it's still an issue. It's still a problem, a significant problem, I would say. And then now it's thrips. I don't know where they came in from, but it just, you know, here we are. So in order to kind of manage the thrips infestation while I'm away, I'm actually thinking of chopping every single plant down to 1 leaf before I go. And it's not ideal, it's really not, but the less leaves that are in the house while I'm away and I'm not here to monitor it, the better things will be once I'm back. And I will have Alice coming to water twice while I'm away, but I surely don't expect her to be looking for pests, treating pests. I want her in and out as fast as possible because I already feel like it's just such an inconvenience, and yeah, I don't want to make things more difficult. So I don't know if I'm gonna be chopping that many leaves down today because I'm still here for another 2 weeks. I want to be able to like enjoy it, but I might do it right before I go, and I am planning to film my California prep video. So if I do that, you will see it. I know people are gonna have thoughts, but that's just what I feel like is necessary this time around with how many thrips I've been kind of seeing floating around. But today I at least want to make sure like all the ugly leaves are off because I'm just not an ugly leaf gal, and I don't know. If I can just have 1 or 2 nice leaves on a plant, I'm fine. I don't need like 5, 6, 7 leaves on things. So that's gonna be the plan for today. And yeah, I guess I'll just start by showing you each plant one by one, and that way by the end of it, the entire plant shelf will be gutted, and then I can kind of take it from there. The issue is gonna be where all these plants are gonna be going because usually when I do a plant shelf gut, sorry, I'm like putting stuff away. Usually when I do a plant shelf gut, I am over there. Like this has always been in my living room. So I have like the entire kitchen, I have the entire dining area to put plants, and I don't necessarily want to take it all the way down there. So I'm gonna have to, it's gonna be a tight squeeze. It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna try and make it work. Starting at the bottom down here, I'm gonna bring everything to you actually. These are a couple of my Carla Bvet Forgetti Carla seedlings, and I was planning to do a dedicated video kind of showing you guys the progress on these seedlings and show you the variation, but I think I'm gonna do that when I get back because it is gonna be time to upsize these into, I wanna say maybe like a 4-inch pot or just like a larger cup. And I was gonna do it before I left, but I'm like, that doesn't really make sense because they're tucked in here. They don't ever need to be watered when they're in a bin like this. So that'll just be better for when Alice is here. So I have 2 other bins of those, and then I have 3 prop bins down here, which I don't feel like I really need to show you. You know what? I'm actually gonna just sit on the floor and just show you these one by one, I think, instead of, wait, what makes more sense? Should I take them out? You know what? Here. Sorry, I didn't really think this through as usual. I just kind of decided this morning what we were gonna be doing, and then I just turned my camera on. So I'm just gonna grab a whole bunch of my small seedlings here, and I'm not really gonna go super in depth about every single one. I'm just gonna kind of show you what they are and do a quick little pest inspection. But it's really nice that a lot of these seedlings have been starting to size up now because, and it sounds kind of weird, I want to get rid of some, but I can't do that until I see what they look like. And I kind of wanted to talk about this because it's something that I've talked about with my friends. We have like an understanding between each other. So you guys know that I get a lot of plants from people in the community, and it is just such an honor to like be in that position where yeah, just people are wanting to send me plants, send me their hybrids, send me cool stuff they're working on, and it's just, yeah, it's so great, and I'm so appreciative. But I can't keep all of them, and truth be told, they don't always have all the qualities that I look for long term in a plant. Now, I think where my love for my friends versus the actual plant comes into play is I always want to have at least one hybrid from every single person that's ever sent me a plant. And even if I'm not like in love with the plant, it's more so like I want to keep it, and I want it in my house because I know it was made by that person, and that's enough for me to keep it around. But I do have, like, honestly, I have multiples from almost everyone who has sent me something, and it's just not feasible for me long term to keep them all. And so with me and my friends, you know, we're constantly making new plants, and we have an understanding that, like, if you ever decide like, oh, this plant isn't for me, just sell it. Like, you don't need to ask for permission. You don't need to say like, are you going to be offended? We just have an understanding that when the time comes, if they don't end up loving it, if you sell it, that's fine by us. Like, it's not, we don't take personal offense to it because we understand that with the nature of this hobby, new plants coming in all the time, there has to be some kind of like revolving door thing going on. So anyway, that is that. I have an empty table here next to me. So I'm just gonna start show and tell. Okay, so this first one is, oh my gosh, I need to rewrite these tags before they completely disappear. This one is a, oh no, Brielle Red Crystal crossed with an NSE Carla Blackier. This one is from Plant Babe. It's pretty cool. This is one of them that I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep just yet, because at this point I actually have a lot of Brielle Red Crystal hybrids and I have a lot of Carla hybrids, and so I just want to keep the ones that I really love. And this one isn't at this point like a crazy standout to me, but it's still cute, and I want to kind of see it through and see how it looks when it's even bigger, because even if it's not like the most incredible hybrid, there are some plants that I'm gonna wanna keep around just for breeding reasons. So if it has qualities that I like, that I can see being beneficial later down the line for, yeah, breeding reasons, then yeah, I'll keep it around. But I'm gonna do a quick pest inspection. I'm still kind of searching for the perfect magnifying glass. I'm honestly thinking about reaching out to Apexel again and seeing if they'd be willing to send one of their microscopes, because they look pretty cool. But for now, I've been using the Apexel, this is the macro 100mm zoom lens, and this is the one with the light. And so it's really helpful. I've just been, it's not ideal, but I've just been going like this, and you're not going to be able to see in the camera, but it, yeah, can kind of zoom in a lot more than I could see with just my eye. But I'm almost certain this has at least flat mites or something, because you can see all of the like little spots here, and that's definitely something more than just mechanical damage from emerging or from hardening off. But I won't be able to see flat mites with this zoom lens. I have to use the one that like clips onto my phone. I don't really want to go that far, to be honest. I've kind of just accepted that flat mites are going to be around, and unless you're like constantly spraying with some kind of miticide, they're going to be around. And I'm not willing to put in that much effort, to be honest. I'm fine with flat mite damage. It's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to chop this off. It's not the end of the world. I'm more concerned about thrips damage and spider mite damage. Okay, so that is seedling number 1. This is one of Alice's new hybrids. So this one is the Carla crossed with Carla Bevep. And I got 3 from her, only 2 germinated. This one is my favorite one of the 2. It looks very Carla right now. I'm kind of hoping that it has like that orange Bevep sinus and venation. That would be really, really cool. But I kind of feel like these are all just gonna look like little Carlas, which obviously I'm not mad about. But yeah, I wonder if I should just prep all my pest treatment stuff now. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna preemptively sort of wipe things down. I'm gonna rip off these lower leaves. I'm just gonna be using Dr. Wood's tea tree soap with water. Typically I'd mix it with some kind of alcohol, but I'm trying to only use alcohol if I actually see pests on it. Okay, next one. This is, oh, let me show you the other one from Alice. They look quite different. So this is them next to one another. Oh, come on. There. I'm gonna spill, I just know it. So this one has like a little bit of a darker leaf, and they're in the same growing conditions. They're pretty much about the same size, but yeah, I think I like the other one just a little bit more. It's so random, the plants that I've been finding thrips on. There was a plant that came out of a bin, and that one was like covered in thrips, but there was no thrips on the other plants. But since it was all in the same bin, I just left it in there because I'm like, well, I'm gonna give you guys some time to hatch if you are on there, because I just assume that if a plant has thrips and it's been within like, I don't know, a foot of another plant, or sometimes 2-3 feet, that it probably has spread. Okay, this one is my Bevep. This is from Grant. This one's been kind of a hard grower for me. It was bigger and then it just completely died back. It just kind of does this thing where it yellows at the edge and then the leaf just completely melts. This is the most leaves I've had on it for like since I've had it, and it's really only grown well in a prop box. As soon as I took it out, it started yellowing again. And I have not done really enough research on Beveps, but are they a high humidity plant? I don't know. I like the way Beveps look, and I would love to be able to breed with a Bevep one day, but if it's really, really high maintenance like this, I'm not really sure that this is a plant I'm gonna keep around, because again, I'm just not keeping plants that are divas. Let's just put it that way. Like, no matter how much I like it, if it's not gonna grow well in ambient, or even not even well, if it's not even gonna survive in ambient, it's not for me. Okay, I feel like this house is a zoo today. I'm never gonna finish this video. and I have less than an hour before Archie's down for his nap. Okay, so this one is my Forgetti-Eye Mind Flare. Quite a few leaves on it now. This is the newest one to come out. I feel like it's definitely looking very Mind Flayer now. I do wish that the venation wasn't super silver, because on the mother plant, it is not super silver, although I've only ever seen edited photos of like the original Mind Flayer. I don't ever think I've seen unedited photos of it, so I don't know what it looks like unfiltered or whatever, but it doesn't look like it has super silver venation. It actually looks quite green. But yeah, I think that it should still be an interesting Forgetti-Eye, and it would be a fun one to obviously hybridize with if it ever reached flowering size. I feel like I have such a hard time growing Forgetti-Eye in ambient. It's like, for me, one of the most difficult plants to grow in ambient. I just can't do it. Okay, this one is a no ID lost tag. I truly, I have had so many lost tags in the last few months. I just propagate and then I don't freaking label it. It's so irritating. But I couldn't even begin to tell you who this is, honestly. There's I don't have a shred of a clue. I am not seeing pests on this one, but we always just kind of assume they're around. I never give a plant the benefit of the doubt. Not in this house. This one is a special one. This is one of Josh's Pappy hybrids. I can't remember which pap it is, but he sent this to me the last time I was in California. And I don't know, my freaking camera is glitching out, but look at how yummy. There's no venation on it. It looks very dress, I don't know, to me this looks like a dress hybrid, or just very dress-lerai. But it's really nice, super elongated. It's got that puckered in sinus, it's like this, like a bowl. Hello. Oh my gosh, stop wanting to focus on my face, you pervert. Okay, yeah, it's got that nice little bowl shape. Okay, my camera is pissing me off today. I'm not doing any pest treatments on emergent leaves for obvious reasons. This is another one of Josh's hybrids. This one is a Carla Pap crossed with an FTG cell. This one's actually quite interesting. It's got a really, really bright sinus right now. It kind of reminds me of a Bessie AF, this leaf right here. Each leaf has looked so different that I don't really know at this point kind of what it's gonna look like, but I think probably by, sorry, I still have a bug bite on my foot. I think by, is it May, June, July? I think probably by July or August, I should have a better idea of which plants I'm keeping. But my goal is to get rid of at least 20 anthurium. That's the goal. I feel like I have already kind of tapered down my Monstera collection, my philodendron collection, my Ripsalis collection. Every other genus has been really, really curated as of now, but the anthurium are still kind of untouched. I've only really gotten rid of a few, but yeah, if I can at least get rid of 30, I think that would put me in a good spot. What is buzzing? Oh my gosh, my brain. I just can't process sounds. It's the ice maker. It's been making this loud buzzing noise. Okay, this one is I think this is my Tim's Black. Yeah, this is my Tim's Black Pappy cross. I got this one from Alice. I don't remember where she got this. My guess is maybe IAS. I really don't remember. It's pretty cool. It's not anything mind-blowing really, although I've been growing it kind of crappy. It's not really liked being in ambient because this was growing in an exo when I still had all of my exos around. but you know, it's still not big enough to really know yet, because some plants can just switch up on you really fast and take a complete different form, and I don't want to regret getting rid of any and then it ends up being super, super cute. All right, the next one, this is a very, very exciting one that I love, and I'm so happy that my two closest plant friends have been the one that made it. So this is a Dark Phoenix, Jing's Dark Phoenix crossed with Alice's King of Spades, and I feel like Alice has a really, really cute King of Spades, HU, Hajiuli. I don't know, I feel like the King of Spades is such a perfect name for it, and I'm just so used to calling it the King of Spades, and there's people that are saying like it's disrespectful to keep using the old name when Haji Uli has said to stop using that name and he wants it to be the HU instead. But I just really like calling it the King of Spades, and I feel like a lot of people don't really know that the name has been switched to HU. Anyway, that's my little rant. Look how cute it is. It's so round. It looks very, very King of Spades. I'm just kind of wondering if it's gonna look really dark, like if it's gonna be dark like the Dark Phoenix. But right now it is puffy, it's cute, it's got a nice thick leaf like the King of Spades, and I'm loving it. I kind of feel like this has got something, I can see some little specks up in the sinus. Oh, I think it's actually just like, not dust, is it? Wait. Yeah, this one's fine. I did grab a few bins from the dollar store. I'm gonna be binning some of my prized ones, especially the ones that are still in really tiny pots, because Alice is only coming twice and I'm gonna be gone for 3 weeks. And right now, all my plants are being watered at least once a week. My 3-inch plants are being watered twice a week, so they just won't survive. They won't survive with only 2 waterings, so I'm gonna just bin them so that they're just in 100% humidity. I am a little bit worried about the leaves kind of melting off, but I think I have a better chance at them surviving with that method rather than just trying to see if they'll survive with very little waterings. You kind of have to just choose what you feel like is the lesser of 2 evils at some point. This one is so much fun. It's not showing on camera because I've tried to take a picture of it. It's not showing on camera how insane this contrast is, but this is my Zara Michelle crossed with the Brielle Red Crystal from Plenty Love Co. And I honestly have never seen an emergent leaf like this, which with such vivid contrast. It's almost like the venation is glowing. I don't know what it is about it, and I wish that it was capturing it on camera, but literally every time I come into the plant room, my eyes just go straight to this emergent leaf. This is just so, this is what I love in a Brielle Red Crystal. And even the hardened off leaves, like look at how clean that venation is. It looks fake, it looks like AI. I think that's what makes it look a little bit different than some of the other like red crystal or Brielle red crystals that I've had. The venation just looks so cartoonish. I can't explain it, but this one is definitely one that I'm planning to keep around and kind of seeing through. And I just think it's gonna get so much cuter as it matures. So I'm really, really excited for this. The hybrids that I got from Plenty Love Co., they've been growing pretty slowly, but I did get them as really tiny plants. And I've been wanting to like update people on how they've been doing, but it wasn't really until right now that I have been able to see like how cute they are. So I'm glad that it's starting to show its features now. So this is one that I've been having issues with. This is my AOS Dark Form crossed with a Antilacii Oliver. This one is from Woohoo Tropicals. I have just been struggling with both of mine. My other one is basically a stump and I don't know if it's even gonna survive. But I have this one. also not doing super great. It's in leca because it is recovering and it's not looking good. I can see this root has gone bad. But I can see some new root growth, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna bother it right now. This is definitely one that's gonna go into a prop bin because otherwise I'm gonna come home and it's like for sure gonna be a stump. This one is from Dania. This is a Dock Block Mag F2 crossed with an AOS green. This is the one that I was telling you guys had really like cool, like thin, really thin venation. Not quite sure what it'll look like in maturity at this point, but definitely am intrigued enough to keep it around, so we will see. I find that, and I don't know if this is a common theme with Dania's plants, and like obviously it's really not anything you can control that I can think of, but all of the plants that I get from Dania that are her hybrids specifically, they are so bushy. I'll show you an example of one in a bit, but I always have to chop off leaves because there's just so many on it, and it's like a bush. And then the last one here, this one is nothing to see because it's literally nothing. This is my Red Crystal Port King of Spades. This is one of the hybrids that I made and it had thrips, so I chopped it down. So I'll be able to show you 2 examples because I have 2 other seedlings. Okay, there is the first batch. I'm gonna go put these on the floor now. Okay, so this one is a blue pap crossed with a BVAP. I'm gonna insert his handle below because I can't think of it at the top of my head, but he was nice enough to include me in sending me some seedlings because he was doing, I don't know if it was a trade with Alice or he was just sending Alice some plants, but he sent me some plants too because I was the messenger, I guess. But these ones are growing quite slow. It was really tiny when we got it. Like that was like a millimeter away from spilling into my coffee. I mean, some probably got in there, but I'm still gonna drink it. Not much to look at right now. And then let me just quickly show you. This is another one that I got from him. So this is a Carla crossed with the Fort Sherman Ralph Lynam F2. This one is looking like really bolate and round and really adorbs. So excited to see how those grow out. I know everyone is hybridizing with Carla right now. And as much as I hate to be part of a trendy train, all aboard the trendy train, I just think that Carla hybrids are so much fun. And I completely understand people get burnt out on it. They're like, can we stop like hyping it, or can we stop with the Carlas? I've seen some Carla hate in the last few weeks, but I don't know. Trend, you know, it's part of anything. Something's got to be trendy, and I don't know who the heck starts the trends. Like who is the maker of the trends anyway? But like I really didn't have the Carla on my radar until honestly last year. Like people had been talking about the Carlas. Alice had been wanting a Carla, specifically the Juan Carlas, but I was like, yeah, they're cute, but I wasn't like crazy for them. But now like I completely understand the Carla love, and I'm just excited for the hybrids, to be honest. This one, oh crap, you're not plugged in. This one is really cute. This is a Cartel Dawn plant. This is an X1 crossed with an X1. I got this as a cutting from my friend Jing. I just think it's one of the cutest pappy looking leaves. Like it's just perfection. And I love that the leaf is so small, but it has like big energy. Like it looks like it's really big, but it's really tiny. It has all the features of a mature plant in just a bite-sized piece. I really like the color of this plant. I like the sheen on it. it's just really beautiful. This one has not loved living in ambient. It was doing okay in the first little while that I took it home. And I think some anthurium can really trick you into thinking that it's adapting well to ambient. It'll do well for like weeks and then all of a sudden just completely crash. So this was one of them. I took it home, I was growing it in ambient, it was pushing out new leaves. Like it probably pushed out 1 or 2 new leaves in ambient and it was growing quite fast, and then it just crashed. And I was like, okay, well, you're getting chopped down and put into a bin. And so yeah, this one actually grew in a bin. I don't know how well it's gonna do in ambient, or I don't know how long it's gonna do well in ambient as of now, but time will only tell. Okay, next one is another, this is not, is this Planty Love Co? No. This is the Homebody. So this is a Black Widow Michelle crossed with a Fort Sherman. Whoa, it was bigger, and another one that kind of like crashed after taking it out of high humidity. I don't know if it's a Black Widow Michelle thing. I've heard Black Widow Michelles can be kind of tricky in ambient, but yeah, she's trying her hardest right now. So this one is a cross from my sweet friend Pow. This is a Carla Pap crossed with a Carla Dress RG. And this is, I am so intrigued by this plant. I am so curious to see how it's gonna grow out. Tell me that this doesn't look so similar. When that no ID I showed you guys earlier, where is it? And now that I'm thinking about it, so I think it was 3 different seedlings, 3 sets of 3 different seedlings for me, Alice, and Jing. Jing only ended up getting 2 because I lost one of them. But now I'm like, is this you? Because you look just like this, and I do think that this is the one that she didn't get. Anyway, I'm gonna grow this one out a little bit more, and if it becomes really obvious that they're the same, then obviously I'm gonna give this to Jing, but I can't really pinpoint what else it would be right now. This one's been pretty okay growing in ambient. A little bit of mechanical damage coming out of the cataphyll on the last one, but that's because everything has been so squished, and that's another reason why I want to downsize the anthurium once they get bigger, because I do want to give them enough space to grow. I don't really like when all the leaves are super close, because I mean the pest thing, right? And then it just gets damaged. I do like the look, don't get me wrong. I do like the look of a nice, like, not bushy, full shelf. I always find that like when the shelf is a little bit too sparse or there's too much space between them, I'm like, I don't really jive with it, but they grow better that way. Okay, this one is, oh hell no, where's your tag? Oh, here. This is another woohoo plant. This one is a Ace of Spades crossed with a red crystal Woo 10. This is a very, very interesting one. Like, it definitely has more of a like moody, dark, burgundy undertone to it than a lot of my other anthurium. Like if you compare it to, let's say this one that I'm gonna show you. This is a Brielle red crystal. Like, look at the leaf color difference. Even the venation color is very, very muted. And like this emergent color is so like brownish, burgundy, maroon. It's really nice. It has that Ace of Spades look, for sure. It looks very ace. Not the venation. The venation, I would say, is more red crystal leaning, although it's a lot thinner than a red crystal, but that's one that I definitely want to keep around. I am quite enjoying it. I just always worry a little bit with Ace of Spades hybrids because I find that some of them eventually get like the ace pox thing. I don't know what it is. Like my Ace Lux that had been growing so well, it reached basically almost flowering size, and now it's spotty. It looks just like my Ace did when it had like full-blown Ace pox. Okay, since I just showed you this one, this is a Brielle red crystal. This one is another one from Planty Love Co. I need to put together all of my Brielle Red Crystal / Brielle Red Crystal hybrids once they all reach a certain size, and just see who I'm gonna keep around because there's just too many. But I love the venation on this. I don't know, Brielle Red Crystal like hybrids, they just all have really cool venation, which is why I'm really excited for my batch, my holdback batch of Brielle Forgetii. Some of them have really like bright, beautiful venation. Some are really thin and it almost looks kind of KOS-ish. And I just feel like the Brielle is one of the like most underrated anthurium out there. And I wish people kind of appreciated it more and wanted to hybridize with it more because it's just such a great plant. This one is a Plant Babe plant. This is a Dorayaki Super Silver Self. Now, I did mix up the tags, I think. Although Alice came over the other day and she's like, no, I think those are right. But look at this one over here. This one is my Miss Pink Lady from Plant Babe, and the Pink Lady, Miss Pink Lady, is a Mag Forgetii Red crossed with a Dorayaki Silver Blush. I don't know what a red Forgetii is. Never heard of that. But anyway, doesn't this look like more of the Super Silver to you guys? But she was like, no, I think that's right. Like she felt like it was labeled correctly. But I don't know, this kind of strikes me more as what this is, which is the Dorayaki Super Silver. This looks more Dorayaki to me than this. This looks more mag, like mag crystal looking. I have no idea. So this one's really cool though, and it's so stressed out, and it's showing me that because look at how many growth points it has. These are all from different growth points. These are 3 different plants on it, and there's like 4 other growth points that haven't even fully popped out yet. Like there's that one down there. There's like so many emergent leaves. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 that I can see on here. So yeah, if this grows really well, I'm definitely gonna have a lot because I'm gonna eventually separate them. But it, yeah, kind of crashed at a certain point, and then it had pests, so I chopped it down, and then it just pushed out a million growth points. And usually I find that when an anthurium does that out of stress, the other auxiliary buds that activate push out really like sickly, teeny tiny leaves, but these ones pushed out like full grown leaves, which is kind of crazy. But I don't know, I just kind of feel like this one is the Super Silver, is it not? Me and anthurium identification, we're like this. We're not like this, we're like this. Okay, so I showed you that. I showed you this one. This one's still kind of soft, so I'm not gonna spray that. This is another Alice hybrid. This is one of her new ones. This is an Indo Mag crossed with a Mag Chris Carla. And I'm gonna spill. This is looking very, very Carla right now. Not much to look at this point, but I did get to see her like entire bin of this hybrid when we were shipping them out, and all of them pretty much had this like bright central vein. So I think everyone's is gonna be looking really cute. So I'd be interested to see what yours looks like if you got one. This is a really interesting one. This is also a woohoo plant. This is a Portaloy crossed with a Pappy Ralph Linum Self. This one has a really really skinny leaf, and it did have way more leaves before, but it's just another one that's kind of not done super well for me in ambient. It needs a repot desperately. Look at this stem. And I'm pretty sure this is another one that's in pure, like not pure worm castings, but worm castings, tree fern fiber, and perlite. Yeah, the repots, they need to happen. It's just not happening fast enough. Okay, I'm gonna get through these 3 and then I'm gonna take a little break because I think Vince is coming back from the walk. Archie's going down for a nap in 15 minutes. I just replaced all of my sticky traps. And so now I can see like the new ones that it's caught. Like, I kind of wish there was a way for me to pluck these off of my sticky traps and put it on my carnivorous plants. Okay, so this is my Portier Ace. I think this one's gonna be really fun. I think this is one that I'm really gonna like. I'm hoping that it has like a flatter sinus, but I guess we will have to see. I like the leaf color. I think it looks very Ace, although the port does have like a pretty dark leaf too. It's not, actually, you know what? Now that I'm feeling it, it does have a very interesting texture. It's not velvety and it's not like a port where it's like that glossy rubbery feeling. It's the perfect hybrid of both. If you guys can see, it has like the most subtle venation. I'm holding it like a cigarette. Super, super subtle. And I hope that that kind of keeps up because how fun would that be? This one is always freaking on its deathbed. This is an NSC red crystal crossed with a Tizula red crystal from Plant Babe. I just find some red crystals to be very, very finicky and hard to grow from a young plant. But this one is like about to crash out. I did repot this one very recently. I'm not seeing any new roots yet. It could be going through some transition shock, but I did repot this because it was doing so poorly. I kind of think that this would be one that would probably benefit from being in a prop bin for a little bit, but yeah, it's not looking too hot right now, and I can see, I don't know, it's very interesting, the damage on it. To me, doesn't seem anything pesty. It just seems like shock and disgust and disappointment, I think. One thing I like about these sticky traps versus other ones that I've used in the past is, you know, some sticky traps, once you get it on your skin, it leaves like the residue and it's just like so hard to come off. You have to like scrape it with a sponge. This one, you can like fully touch it and it'll be super sticky, but it leaves zero residue. So I love these sticky traps. I'll link them in the description. I actually need to get more. My goal before going to California is putting a sticky trap in at least like 1 or 2 every bin and in every single pot on this shelf. So I'm gonna have to order some and I need to write that. I have this to-do list of things I need to do before I go. All right, the last one on this table, this is one of my favorites so far in terms of the seedlings that I got from Plant Babe. This is a Zarma Shell Carla Blackier, and very kind of like unsuspecting at first. Just looks very Carla, but like, look at this new leaf. Oh, it is stunning. It is amazing. I am obsessed with the sinus and the venation. It's just so beautiful. This is why I'm like, Carla hybrids, I'm here for it. It presents so differently depending on who you cross it with, and I just would imagine making a like Carla hybrid would be super fun because getting to kind of sort through them, see the variation in them, kind of pick ones that you think are going to be really fun. I hope that by next year I can make my first Carla hybrid if people are still into Carlas by then. I think Carlas will always have like a cult following, but yeah, I don't really know exactly who I would want to cross it with. One off the top of my head that I can think of is my plant that I got from Jose, and I'll show that to you in a bit. It's actually flowering right now, and I have quite a few plants flowering, and so I have to decide who I want to cross it with. So yeah, very, very exciting times. Let me just get through the last of the stuff on the bottom here, and then I'll take a little break and then we will pick things back up. All right, guys, so this one, no way, no freaking way. I was just gonna say, I think this is dead. So this is my Dioscuri elephantites from Crystal Star. I'll throw in a picture of what it looked like kind of at its peak if I can find the photo. But oh my gosh, come on. I thought it was dead. I've been watering it. It's been under light. I'm like, we'll see. It hasn't mushed up yet. But look, it pushed out 2 new growth points. It is very much alive. I honestly, truly would have put money that this was dead. I was getting ready to like chop this sucker in half. Thank goodness I didn't. Oh, that's so much fun. I'm so happy. Someone asked, like, how do you keep the spark alive? Or like, what kind of things happen in the plant community that keeps the spark alive for you? This is a perfect example. I'm so happy right now because I love this plant so much, and I was actually gonna message Crystal and ask if she had any more, but I was too embarrassed to tell her that I killed the plant. It's the come up, it's the come up, the comeback. Oh, we love to see it. This is one of many crystals that I have in my collection from my friend Amanda, who I tell her one thing. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of liking this plant right now. And then she sends an entire box of it. So she's pretty much sent me a cutting of every crystal that she has in her collection. And this is the one that she calls the Enid crystallinum because she got it from NSE. And I believe that this is the one that I like the most out of all of the ones that she sent me because it looks really pillowy and round. And so I'm hoping to grow this one well. It just needs a repot because this one was in a prop bin as well. It was on the mend, and yeah, she's not in the best pants right now. Oh, I've been forgetting to pest treat. I'm like, why am I going so fast all of a sudden? Usually on days where I do a full gut of my plant shelf, I usually am listening to a podcast, or I will bring my laptop in here and watch a movie. Hear me out. I've been kind of thinking about mounting a TV in here just because I'm a big like TV movie person. I'm more into movies than TV, and I always have something playing. I always have something playing in the background. Not so much now, now that Archie's here, but like before, I basically always had some kind of like horror movie or horror series playing in the background. I just need background noise. And for me, I don't know if this makes me a sicko, but horror movies are my like comfort genre. And so I like always having something on in the background. And I don't know where I would put the TV because at this point it would have to be mounted somewhere really high, and like I would have to be looking up. So I don't really know, but my boho jungle, I'm gonna show her right here. I don't know, I think she might have a picture of it on her Instagram, or maybe I can find something that was from her stories, or I can just have her send me a picture. She has this TV on wheels. So she can bring it anywhere in the house. And I'm like, I like that idea. Why didn't my camera? I think my camera's overheating, legit. Yeah, so anyway, she has a TV on wheels, but I don't know where I would put it because I already have my big rolling table, and it's just, yeah, a space constraint. Anyway, I was gonna finish off and do these 3, but my camera's overheating, which is interesting because it never overheats. So give me 1 second. I went to the bathroom and saw how my hair looked, and honestly, this is what my hair is gonna look like for probably the next few years. I have so much postpartum hair growing in. It is, I was not emotionally prepared for this journey. Okay, so moving on, I was just thinking while I was in the bathroom that it's great that I am now on shelf 2 and I have not seen a single thrip yet. Hopefully we can continue this trend. This is what remains of my heterocraspidon. That's not even remotely correct. This is what remains of my dragon's breath. My alocasia heterophylla dragon's breath. I beheaded it because it had spider mites, but I moved this one into Rooting Riches from Crystal Star. Guys, I have never had a substrate root as fast as Rooting Riches. It really lives up to its name. If you're looking for a substrate to root things in, Alocasia ripsalis, I haven't tried it with anthurium. Please try a bag. It is incredible. And then I have this guy, which is my problem child. This one is what I got as a mag hybrid, crystal mag hybrid, I think, from my friend Amanda. Although I do think it is more of probably a red crystal hybrid, and it hates me. I called this like my dwarf crystal for a long time because it just grows these tiny little leaves, and it's already in caterpillar, and still I've never had a leaf bigger than this. And like, it does not like to hold on to many leaves at one time. It is just a finicky plant. And as much as I like it, and I really was hoping that it would eventually reach flowering size, since I have so many other crystal that look very similar to this, I think this is probably one that is gonna eventually evacuate my house, because we just have not had a good time. We really haven't. I don't think it likes me very much. It's such a good one though. I almost wonder if Alice might be willing to take it in, or maybe Jing, and see if they can grow it in a tent. I just don't think it likes ambient. I have this sneaky suspicion that it'll like growing in a high warmth, high humidity environment. And I really like it. It's got like that nice sort of like grayish undertone that I really like in anthurium. This one is my dock block Zara tortoise, Zara crossed with a tortoise. This one is from my friend Sabrina. It has given me sort of this blister variegation. People have said that the Zara is notorious for pushing out blister leaves, so yeah, I guess I am one of them that got the blistering. It's interesting because I thought that you only got blister variegation from a plant that already had blister variegation. Like, I thought it was just like a mutation, like from a seed, but apparently it's like a mutation that can happen with any plant that was not previously blistered, and might be stress related, stress induced. And I don't mean stress like environment, I mean stress like being chopped. So this is a cutting from her plant, which would kind of make sense, I guess, because I don't think that her mother plant has any kind of blistering on it. I'm not a huge fan of blister variegation, to be honest. I kind of feel like a lot of them look really sick. I haven't really seen one plant that has blister variegation that I was like, oh my gosh, that's so nice. So I would really like if it kind of went back to non-blister, but it's kind of cool to have around, and especially having a YouTube channel, being able to like document things and kind of show you the variation of anthurium. It's one that I'll keep around anyway. This one also hates me, and the new leaf died in the sheath. Perfect. This is an AOS Carla. I'm telling you, I don't have the best luck with AOS hybrids. I do think this is one that I need to repot, though. I honestly might just get this into perlite, but I think it's gonna be a really freaking cute plant. So I don't want to give up on it. What I think it needs is a repot, new substrate, and a prayer. So I'm honestly just gonna chop this down to a stump, because none of these leaves are really doing anything for me. I think this is one that I'll probably repot before I go. I need to start writing down where I got these plants, because some of them are from Alice, some are from Amanda, and I just don't remember. Why are you giving me spots? Are you an AOS hybrid? Yes, you are. This is an AOS Lux, and it's starting to do the spotty dotty thing. Although I thought my AOS Lux was out in the living room with the spots. confused. Do I have two AOS luxes? I like how dark this leaf is. It's like black basically, but yeah, you can see the AOS pox coming through. Oh, you can't really see it on camera here, but that's what it does. And I don't know how to combat it, nor am I willing to do the freaking fungal treatments every 2 weeks or whatever it requires. I'm not doing it. So as nice as it is to have AOS hybrids, why do I have so many AOS? Isn't that an AOS Lux? That's a red crystal Lux. I don't even know my own collection. Yeah, I don't know. I really like AOS hybrids, but I just find them to be, some of them I find to be quite difficult. Like they don't really show signs of stress until they reach a certain point. But I love how thick this leaf is, you guys. I have never, this is like as thick as a Lux leaf. I love that. The next one is a little bit of a jump scare. This is my original Dark Phoenix that I got back in 2022 or something. This was in a prop box for 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. In the same substrate for 2 years, did not change it out, and it is nasty. All of this was green. It was like green algae moss, and then I took it out of the prop bin and it all just died. But this one needs to be repotted badly. This soil is, she's beyond repair, but this is what's left of my original Dark Phoenix. Yeah, it's just, it's been through it. It's been through hell and back, like literally been through hell and back. It did well in a prop bin, obviously, but it has not liked being back in ambient. You know, there was a part of me that almost thought, should I go back to using a humidifier? But no, that's where it all, that's where it starts. And then I'm like, well, maybe I just get one tent and one, no, we're not doing that. Okay, the next one is my mag hybrid from Amanda, from Bunny. This one's really fun. It kind of looks like, is it Alice's mag Indo hybrid? Is that where I got it? I think that we both got these as seedlings from Amanda. I think hers is different, but this one is quite fun. This is not really a plant that I seek out. I honestly am not really a huge fan of the mag, and even like some of the mag hybrids that are being made. I'm just like, it just really doesn't do much for me. But this one's quite interesting. It has an interesting sort of like venation for the pattern for the venation. But if I'm just like speaking honestly, I just don't see this as being one that I will probably really love long term. And yeah, I'm just kind of waiting it out, seeing how it looks in the next couple months. But yeah, just my thoughts on it. This one is one of my holdbacks from my Indo Pappy hybrid Darkish Forgetty Eyes. Yeah, this one needs to be repotted as well. Actually, no, yeah, this one is in the worm castings mix. These yellowing leaves, I don't know if this is fungal or if it's from just being like in pure worm castings and I'm fertilizing it. Could be like a mixture of everything, but it has a secondary. It pushed out a pup. Yeah, I just thought that this one was really cute, and I've tried to keep at least one of every hybrid that I make, but the truth is that probably, I don't know, I'll probably end up shaving it down and just keeping the ones I really love. And honestly, if you've ever bought a seedling from me and it just didn't end up turning into something you liked, I take zero offense, because I have the same experiences that you guys do, and I don't expect you to keep a plant just because, I don't know. You shouldn't feel the need to keep a plant for any reason other than you want to keep it. Okay, this one is my Carla Woo One Self from Alice, growing slowly but surely. It's not a fast one. It is pushing a new leaf, thank goodness. I'm like, give me something. I just want to see like nice big leaves on it. Alice's is so nice, and I just want that in my house. But I'm being patient, and also hers is growing in a greenhouse, so yeah. All of her anthurium in there are gonna grow a lot faster and better than mine out here in ambient. But yeah, once this gets to flowering size, that'll be very, very exciting. I showed this one recently, so I'm not gonna go too in depth, or I'm not gonna take up too much time. Half Blood Moon, Gourd, Gina George. She is the it girl in my anthurium collection. I am freaking obsessed with this plant. If you guys have a blood moon, does yours grow pretty fast? Because I have been really surprised at the speed in which it's been pushing leaves out. Like, I was not expecting it to grow this fast. I think when I get back from California, this is one that I am probably gonna repot into a larger pot right away. See if I can get a bottom cutting for Alice, or actually, I think I'm giving her the top. I'm not quite sure yet. I'll see what she thinks, but I'm kind of thinking of giving her the top because she'll grow it a lot bigger than I can, and she'll be able to reach flowering size before me. And if she hybridizes or selfs, I hope she selfs. I would like to see more of a self of this plant than a hybrid. I mean, a hybrid would be fun, obviously, but I'd like to see a self first. But it's really hard to do selfs because you have to, you know, try and get them to flower at the same time. But Alice has pretty good luck. Like, if you guys ever go to her house, which would be very unlikely because she does not let anyone come to her house, it's all inflows. She has so many inflows going all the time. But yeah, if she is able to self this or hybridize it, she always like gives me a seedling or whatever. So yeah, might do that. Let me see how little Arch is doing. I hope you guys can hear me because I'm having to whisper. Oh, he's still fully awake. I honestly think he's gonna be awake as long as he can kind of hear me talk slightly, because normally he'd be asleep by now. He's already been in his crib for 20 minutes. Okay, next one, you guys are no stranger to my Carla Bevep. This one is recovering from being a mother. We're like this. We're on the same wavelength. We're both postpartum right now, and it is flowering again. She's quick. I'm done. I'm one and done. She is like ready to go again. I don't know if I'm gonna mother this or if I'm going to just collect pollen. I'm kind of thinking, I'm erring on the side of just collecting pollen because I'm not sure I want to put it through that stress again. I am gonna chop off some of these leaves. This is one that did have both thrips and spider mites at one point. I'm not really seeing any right now, but the leaves look pretty terrible. Why does my camera keep overheating? I'm so confused. Usually my camera can run for like an hour and a half to 2 hours without getting super hot, but now it's like, it's been running for 20 minutes and it's freaking hot. Okay, this is one of the hybrids that I got from Green Hues, and it's been sizing up really fast. This one needs to be replaced, so let's get this out of here. This is the Doriaki crossed with a Tazula red crystal. Oh my freaking gosh, Sherman. Seriously. Do I not understand how gravity works? Pretty cute. Looks very Doriaki right now. Doriaki just not as round, but really, really, really silver Venetian. I'm gonna take a break because I think as long as he can hear my voice, he's not gonna fall asleep. We have a long way to go. This is gonna take all day because Vince is gonna be leaving soon, and so I'll be on Archie duty by myself, and that is not gonna be good. So anyway, be right back. This next one I'm really sad about because it definitely has flat mites. This is one of my hybrids. This is a red crystal port crossed with a King of Spades or HU. I used Alice's pollen on this one, and I think of all of the hybrids I've made so far, this is probably my favorite. Like, it's just so cute. I mean, it looks just like a HU, like, is that not just King of Spades? But I like that the venation isn't as like thick as most King of Spades. It's very, very like thin, and I think that's where the red crystal port comes in, because otherwise I don't really see any like genetic features from the red crystal port besides it kind of, yeah, thinning out this venation, which I think is perfection. But yeah, it's got like, if you look at this leaf, it has what I believe is flat mite damage. I don't know, flat mite damage sucks, but it's really not as bad as like thrips and spider mites. It's just like more so annoying. It's like, oh man, you could have been a nice leaf, but now you've got all these spots. I think Alice has 2 of these plants still. Dania has 2. I haven't seen her post about it, so I don't know if they made it or not, or if they're just not like spectacular. But yeah, there's a few of these floating around in the world. None have actually, we've never sold them. I think we're all kind of just waiting until they're big enough to chop. Well, that was a big fat fail. He's skipping his nap. Put up a good fight, which means in a few hours he is going to be acting absolutely diabolical. He's gonna be so grumpy. I am definitely a type A mom. Like, I use this app Huckleberry. I log every meal, every bottle, every nap, every diaper change. I want to know exactly what the day looked like. And we are on a strict schedule every day. But some days you just have to listen to your baby. And if your baby doesn't want to sleep, then he's not going to sleep. So that's something that I have learned. You can be on any schedule, but when they've made up their mind about something, there's kind of no fighting it. Okay, so at least now I can talk in normal voice loudness. At least now I don't need to whisper. So this is another one of my hybrids. This is a Brielle red, that's not right. This is a Brielle Forgetty Eye Black. I'm just lying to you left and right. This is a Brielle Crystal Black, another hybrid that I did with Alice. I have, I think 2, do I have 2 or 3 of these? I think I showed you one of them already, didn't I? Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I showed you one of the ones that I did already. Why can't I see it? Oh, because I probably stumped it down. This one is doing, I would say, the best of all of them, and has been growing in ambient for quite some time now and doesn't really seem to be protesting much. I did have this one in my living room, and then I found thrips on it, so I brought it back just because I'm trying to keep, it sounds kind of weird, but like my plants with thrips, I'm trying to just keep in the plant room and not have out in the living room. So yeah. All right, there's that one. There's this guy. This is another hybrid that, is this? Oh yeah, this is a hybrid that I did. Well, Alice did this hybrid, but it was both of our plants. So we had this joint Fort Sherman Ralphlinum before she chopped it. She hybridized it with an RA5. And this is one of the babies. This is the only one that I kept. It was a pretty big yield, and a lot of people have like tagged me and us in their plants that they got, and they're all like quite cute. They're really long and sharp like this, like nice bolete leaves, and it's got a nice color to it. So I think I kept a pretty good one. It was hard to choose, but honestly a lot of them looked very similar anyway. I guess my hope one day, and obviously I have realistic expectations, that if Archie does show an interest in plants, there's a high likelihood it wouldn't be until much later in his life. Like when I was really, really young, I really did not care for plants. Like I knew that my grandma and my mom had plants, but it's not like I really I cared for it. I knew it was around, but yeah, I'm just hoping that like if he ever develops a love for plants that he'll want to like keep some of them, or like, I don't know, just knowing that like his mom made the hybrid. I don't know. Just wishful thinking, right? But I really don't have expectations for him. Whatever he wants, whatever he likes, I will be supportive of. Okay, this is another Green Hues hybrid. This is the SKG Silver crossed with the Tazula Red Crystal crossed with the Dorayaki Self. This one's pretty small in comparison to my other ones. But honestly, like all of my Green Hues hybrids are kind of looking the same. I don't know. They look very, very they look very similar. Okay, well, I'm soaked. Okay, it's okay. Perfect, perfect. Love to see it. Oh my gosh. Tell me you overwatered without telling me. Okay, well, you know what? I was extremely uncomfortable anyway, and I wanted to get out of these jeans, so I guess that is my sign. Whoa, you're hecka tall, dude. Hecka tall. What? I don't know why I don't wear these pants more often. They actually fit me, like it's not tight, because these were really, really big on me pre-baby, and now they fit just right because I've not gained a lot of weight. I'm actually like almost the same weight that I was pre-pregnancy, but I'm just bigger. Like I'm wider. My hips are like wider. My stomach is wider this way. Anyway. All right, this next one is a Tim Anderson long leaf crossed with a stripy mag F2. I don't feel like it shows a lot of the stripy mag. Kind of just looks like not a crystallinum hybrid. What am I thinking of? Does that look Carla to you? I feel like everything looks Carla to me now. It's cute though. I like the sinus on this. I like the venation. Leaf color is pretty standard for anthurium. This is not like a standout hybrid to me, but it's still cute enough that I want to keep it around. And this one did have a very, very bad case of thrips. I'm actually even surprised I kept the leaves on it. But now they are going to be cut off, and it looks like it is, I can't tell what's coming out of this thing. Is that an inflow or what? I'm so confused. Anyway, don't really see any visible pests at this point, but they're there. I know it. This one definitely at least has like spider mites or something. I don't know. Not spider mites, flat mites. Let's just assume everything in my house has flat mites. So someone left a comment on my video. You're in a tortum cult. Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior philodendron tortum? I'm done. That's so funny. Oh, here it is. I was like, where's my other Brielle red crystal? It's literally right here. So this is the other one. Isn't it so cute? It looks like a crystal black, just not as, actually it kind of looks as dark as my crystal black, but just much silverier venation, thicker venation. It's super cute. I really am only gonna keep one of them. I don't know which one, probably this one because it's been like a stronger plant and they look pretty much identical. So that will be one that I eventually get rid of. I'm planning to do another like big anthurium clean out, maybe as soon as I get back from California. Okay, this one is my Dorayaki red crystal. I got this one from North Shore Tropicals. This one is a very unhappy plant right now. It is in the mix that has like just pure worm castings, and I've noticed that on the plants that are just in worm castings, it's doing that like yellowy fungally looking thing. I don't know if it's fungal. I don't know if it's over fertilization, like there's just too much nutrients because I'm still fertilizing it, and worm castings is already rich in nutrients. So I don't know. Anyway, that one's really cute. I like that one. Oh, I keep forgetting to pest treat. Oh my gosh. This plant has an incredible emergent leaf, and I'm not like really gung-ho about the hardened off leaf. The hardened off leaf is just okay to me, but I keep this one around because I love the emergent so much. But now that I have so many other red crystal hybrids and just red crystal, I don't know, maybe I don't really need this one. But I do like how round it is, and I like that it has that Dorayaki venation like in here where it like kind of looks like thunder, like it's like really bleeding through. I'm gonna have to think about it because I do like that plant, but again, I'm just trying to be realistic in how many plants I can actually keep. I would have like bet that it had thrips. This is my first red crystal that I ever got. This is from Amanda, and I'm just like, so honestly, I'm so frustrated with this red crystal. It has taken me so long to even grow it to this size. It was stuck in, it was stuck as a stump, like a teeny tiny stump, or just like a one leaf, measly looking thing for the longest time, I'm talking years. And even now, it really does not grow well in ambient. And I do think that this is a really nice red crystal. It has a really beautiful emergent leaf, but I don't know, might be on the chopping block because I feel like I can't give this plant what it needs. I got a comment probably last month, and it was just like, I'm wondering why you are even spending the money, or like why, oh no, they said, why bother having all of these expensive plants when you're not willing to give it the environment that it needs to thrive? And that's a valid argument, but I think that a lot of people forget that for many of us, growing plants is more so like something that we want just as an aesthetic to our house. And for me, it's not really, it doesn't really resonate with me anymore to just have greenhouses in the house. And also, I want to keep things in ambient so that I can enjoy it and see it. Even if the leaves aren't perfect, it's still worth it to me more that I can literally just walk by a shelf and see all of my plants. I don't have to open a tent. I don't have to open a greenhouse. And I don't know, you know, plants can eventually adapt to what you give them. Some take years to even get close to growing well in ambient, and that's just what I've chosen to do. And yeah, it's not hurting anyone, I guess, except for the plant. But I don't know, it's your collection. You do what you want, and that's what I do over here. So this is another Dania plant. This is one that I was gonna reference when I was saying that her plants grow so bushy. Like, it's like a bush. The internodal space is non-existent. They stack right on top of each other. Like, this one is growing like this because it's not like, it hasn't, the petiole is so short. All of these petioles are super, super short. But I showed this one in a video, when was it, last week? And yeah, it's one of my favorites. But I almost feel like that might be a plant that I need to like keep chopping leaves, because the new leaves seem to be not stunted, but it grows in a weird way because they're hitting each other. This is what remains of my Alocasia mellow. I'm gonna admit it, I don't really love this plant anymore, and I'm probably gonna get rid of it. It doesn't do anything for me at all. If anything, I get more stressed out. I really love the texture. I think it's an amazing plant. It's beautiful, but I'm just kind of over it. It's kind of a hard grower for me. I think the Maharani is much easier to grow than the Mellow, but I like the Mellow more than the Maharani. And I used to have the Maharani and I got rid of it because I like the Mellow so much more. So now I'm just like, maybe I just don't need any of them. Anyway, that's that. And then I have my Cynantium marnarianum. I'm probably butchering that. It's the dead stick plant or bundle of sticks plant. I don't remember. I got this one from someone that bought plants for me. I forgot what plant she bought, but she gave me a cutting of this. Someone recently on Marketplace was selling this huge pot of it. It was like probably 6 feet long and like bushy. I'd never seen such a big one before. That's what she said. But yeah, it was really nice. I don't know. I just have one stick, so it's not really, honestly, it's not doing much for me at the moment. I think I need to propagate it and fill it in more because it looks kind of silly as a single stick right now. I feel like one day I should show you guys our local plant group, like just screen record what the thread looks like. It's just gonna be hard to like cover names and photos, but it's so bleak trying to sell plants here. Nobody wants anything. Okay, there is the next round. Now I need to find a spot again to put this on the floor. This one is my Bigfoot self that I got recently from Alice. I was surprised she even let me take this home, but I've always loved this plant. Every time I go to her house, I'm like, which one is that? She's like, I tell you every time, it's the Bigfoot. I'm like, oh yeah. So one day she was like, just take it home. It's actually flowering. I don't know. I think I might try and mother it, honestly, because it needs to be repotted anyway. It has kind of like beat up leaves. I think it might be strong enough to be a mother. I just don't know what I would hybridize it with, but look how fun this is. It's got like kind of a 5 head and really nice venation, cute little sinus. Look at her, she's so adorable. Yeah, this one was in ambient, or this one was growing in her greenhouse and I just put it straight into ambient and it's been pretty okay. I did chop off quite a few of the leaves because it was just not, it was not giving, serving, or receiving, and it was just kind of taking up space. So I was thinking of implementing a 2-leaf max rule in this plant room, particularly on this plant shelf, because in order to be able to fit everything that I need to fit, I can't have like 5-6 leaves on each plant. It's just not gonna work. The space constraints, the shelving space, not shelving space, but the space between each shelf is not very high. So I might not even have a choice once things start getting bigger. Okay, I showed this one recently because I repotted it on camera and I actually have an update for you guys now. Oh my gosh. Sorry, hold on. This is my, oh my gosh. This is a plant I got from my friend Sabrina. So this is a Carla Pap dress and it is amazing. I love it. It reminds me a lot of, which plant am I thinking of? Not the Carla Bevap. Is it the Carla Bevap that no, it's not. I can't think of a plant. This reminds me of another plant I have in my collection. I don't know why I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but look at how delicious this is. It is incredible. This leaf, particularly the newest one, just kind of like showed how stunning it could be. And I repotted it from, I think it was in soil, and I did a pond conversion. Let's just say that it had absolutely no problem converting to pond, and it is loving life. It was not super rooted when I got it in here, and I think it was actually at like the perfect sort of rooting stage to do a conversion without any major hiccups or like stress. So yeah, I think I timed it pretty well because it is super rooted now. I think this is probably one of my favorite anthurium at the moment. I love the venation on this one. I think I'm gonna chop this leaf. You know what? It kind of looks like it's pushing another leaf right now, and I do believe that it's probably going to utilize some of those mobile nutrients maybe. So I'm just gonna leave it. I do make exceptions sometimes. Another Dania plant. This one's really, really fun. I am obsessed with the emergent leaf on it, and I'm so happy it has one right now. What is that sound? Is that my dog? Bessie AF crossed with an AOS green. Look at how yummy this is. Very heavy on the Bessie, I would say, but has like an ace sinus, and like the color on it is very ace. I like the texture, and I like how it kind of puckers. Like it has that, what's the word? I don't know what the word is called, where like the sinus is like sunken in a little bit. And it's really not capturing the iridescence of this plant on camera, but I've always loved the emergent leaves on this one. I swear, I don't know what Dania does when she's hybridizing these plants. It's like the leaves refuse to yellow off. The plants refuse to yellow. They just stay, and it just turns into a bush, and so I have to chop things off. Next, oh my gosh, this one is giving me so much grief, and it's in the weirdest potting situation. It's like not even in there. So this is a HU crossed with a red crystal. I like this one because it's really round, but it just does not like living in ambient. It hates it, actually. I don't know if, I might see if maybe Alice or Jing want to take this. They do have a Herc from the same seller. We imported it from the same place, but I don't know if this has like the features that they're really looking for. It's like I don't want to fully get rid of it. So if like one of my friends can take it, it's like, I don't know, insurance, I guess. I might just start over and stump this one down. So I'm just gonna chop this leaf off because it's just, yeah, it's in way too big of a pot. It's not in a really good substrate. I do think that this is the worm castings one. Actually, it looks like it's mostly tree fern. And that's a fungus gnat. Come here, I'm gonna feed my ping. Oh, ha ha, gotcha. Who's gonna get it? Next one, this is my crystal black. This one has not really grown well for me over the last few years. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. It's not, I don't really think I'm gonna want to be doing any hybrids with the crystal black, and I've been so frustrated with the growth of it, and I'm not really getting what I used to out of this plant, and for that reason I think she's gonna go. So also gonna be stumping this down probably off camera. I was gonna do a day of plant things, but I really don't think I have the time to film something like that. So there's like all these plants that I'm basically beheading, chopping all the leaves off. I'm gonna chop the stem, propagate, shove them in a prop or in a bin, and just not worry about it for a while. Okay, this is I think this is my Woohoo 1 BVEP. This one also hates me. I think it's a BVEP thing. Like, BVEPs don't really like ambient, at least not at my house. And I'm surprised they even have a leaf this big, because it's just been like a stump after stump after stump, and it's finally like, it looks like a leaf, but now it's like covered in what looks like flat mite damage. I don't think this one has thrips, but like, look at up close. I believe that is flat mite. That is like mechanical / maybe a watering thing, but this one is my Mag Ace of Perp from Bunny. I recently tried hybridizing this one. It did not like clarinervium pollen. It rejected it pretty badly. So anyway, this one's pretty cool. I would say this one looks like different from a lot of the anthurium that I tend to collect, in that the venation is a lot more neon green than pretty much any plant that I have here. And the leaf is really, really dark. Like that is a almost black leaf. It's a very, very, very dark green, which is super cool. And it's got that, what's the word that I'm looking for when the sinus kind of looks like a hemorrhoid, kind of like a hemorrhoid sinus. I didn't even show you a before of my plant shelf, but it's fine. It just, yeah, you guys know the deal here. It's just kind of, it is what it is. Guys, I haven't found a single thrip yet. I probably just jinxed it, but look, we're like more than halfway done and not a single one. It's amazing until we get to the top shelf. That's where it all goes wrong. I also showed this one in my 12 plants video, Lux Ralph Leinenfort Sherman. We love her, we love to see it. She's growing beautifully. I'm glad of all of the Lux hybrids that I've ever had and that I have in my house. This one seems to be growing the best, and I hope to keep it that way. Don't think this one has any pests. It's one of the very few I feel that have any kind of pest damage. It's just kind of like the little nicks and tears from the mechanical damage coming out of the sheath, but that is nothing in this house. I will take that over pest damage any day. I've got my Wenlingeri here that I repotted. I don't know if I did this on camera or if I think I did it on camera. I just can't remember which video I did it in. You know what I need to start doing? I need to start doing like an Excel sheet or something where I list out everything that I've done in a video so that I can reference it, because it's too hard to remember like what I did and what. But yeah, it actually loves this new setup. This is the most root growth I've seen on this since I've had it. And it kind of looks like this caterpillar is getting a little bit bigger. And yeah, I think it was a successful repot. Definitely was like, if I hadn't repotted it, oh, and this rock. If you're wondering what this boulder is, that's because due to it being like a strap leaf anthurium, when it hangs out like this with a new repot, it's so hard to keep stable, which is why I have this little pin and also the boulder. But now that it is fully rooted in here, it doesn't need it anymore. It's like really in there as I yank it out. Maybe we'll put it back there. Just let it get rooted a little bit more. I don't want to get too cocky. All right, over here I have the Ripsalis micrantha that I told you I was gonna get rid of, and then I don't know, I just couldn't do it. I was like, oh yeah, this Ripsalis does nothing for me. I'm just kind of over it. But I don't know, now that it's gotten quite big, I'm like, anyway, that's that. I'm just gonna stick this up here for now because I don't know where to put these plants. Philodendron gloriosum. This is my Angry Alice gloriosum. I love this gloriosum. I can't decide whether I like this one the most or my zebra, but I'm kind of leaning towards this one. It's just so cool. I've been wiping this thing down regularly and I can see spider mites again. Are those spider mites? Oh wait, no. It's just the venation. What the heck? Guys, look. Wait, can you guys see? Like, look at this corner here. Can you guys see? Look at that corner right here. It kind of like there's like speckles. It's just the venation, but I thought it was spider mites. The thing that takes the longest is the pest treatment. But I'm gonna be doing this every single week until I go, and then probably we'll chop leaves down. I only like cutting leaves when the leaves are ugly or it's like stressing me out. I really don't like the idea of preemptively chopping just because I need less leaves while I'm gone. Sorry, whoa, I got really close to the camera. So that it's not gonna be a fun process for me. There's like the chopping leaves that feels liberating, and then there's the chopping leaves that feels like, your hand is being forced, and it's just what you got to do sometimes, unfortunately. I haven't really shown this a lot. This is the newest queen leaf to grow in my care. Looks like cockapoo, but it's a leaf. It's a leaf, and it's like most of the way there. I grew 95% of it successfully. It looks like I kind of nibbled on this one, but I didn't. In theory, I love the idea of having a nice big queen, but I just don't think it's ever gonna happen for me. I think maybe there will be periods where like my queen will look nice, or I'll grow like the one-off really nice leaf. But long term, I bet you it's always just gonna be a struggle. Ripsalis flacosa, I got this one from Floriculture. It is growing so strange. It has the weirdest, it's not supposed to be bendy, curly like this. I might try and start over with this plant, because once this starts growing, it's gonna look crazy. It's gonna look really weird. So I might chop at every knuckle. Like this is new growth right here. And the flacosa has like really thick and long, someone told me the name of these, because we don't call them leaves, we call them something else. Oh crap, now I should have written that down. Anyway, I was gonna comment back saying you've changed my life. Finally, someone is able to tell me what these are actually called. But yeah, I'm gonna just chop it up and start over, because this is not how I want this plant to grow. Is it really bright or what? Okay, it got brighter, perfect. Yeah, so I'm gonna start over with that, but you know, whatever for now. I'm not gonna be breeding this one for a while. She has been on the mend for the last few months and has taken well to the repot. I got this in pond probably a month and a half ago, and it was not looking good, but the power of pond, you know? I actually repotted that on camera if you can find it. I swear I'm not lying. If anyone watched that video, do you remember which one it was? Because it was not looking good. Alocasia cuprea, growing like caca. It grew up against the grow light, as you can see. I'm just not quite ready to throw in the towel with this one, just because, I don't know, I like it. It's a spooky plant, it's creepy. I think it looks really insane once it's bigger. And I just kind of want to see it through. It's more so just the space and committing to an alocasia that perpetually has spider mites. Where is my towel? How hot is this? Okay. It's weird. Earlier my camera was just getting super hot. Now it feels fine. I haven't really loved the look of my alocasia with all of the anthurium here. I feel like anthurium and ripsalis like look pretty okay together. It looks fine, but I feel like the anthurium or the alocasia just look wildly out of place. So I might try and find a new spot for them. Where? I don't freaking know. Okay, this is the one that I was going to tell you about that is flowering. What was I saying that I would want to cross with this one? I'll throw it up on the screen because my brain can't remember what I was saying I'd like to cross with this, but this is my Fort Sherman Ralph Lynam crossed with the Dress Carla from my friend Jose. And this is also another one of my favorite anthurium. It is extremely dark. It's very dark in person. It has a really beautiful sinus. It looks just like a Fort Sherman Ralph Lynam. It looks sinister, mean, badass. Looks like it could beat you up. And it's flowering again. I actually gave some pollen to Alice and she hybridized hers because she has one as well. Ours look pretty different though. So I'm excited to see what those look like. I haven't even asked her like how that plant is doing, like if she's collected any berries yet or what. But I feel like she would have told me. But I think that's gonna be one that people would really like because anytime I show this this plant on Instagram, like in my stories or something, I get at least 15 to 20 people that are like, what is that? Or like, are you selling a cutting? I could sell a cutting. Look at this stem, guys. It needs a pot extender bad. I don't actually have any more pot extenders. I'm gonna buy some when I'm back in California. I'm gonna order some from Russo. Okay, so there's that one. But obviously I'm not gonna do any chopping until this inflow has either, I don't know. I could mother it. It would be a pretty cool mother plant, I think. I just don't know what I would put on it. Okay, this is my RA5 Swamp Bunny, and it is also flowering. It's starting to push out an inflow. Very dark, very beautiful, very delicious. Super, super textural, bolete, pebbly. Has a nice sort of like yellowish, orangish sinus. And yeah, she's doing okay. It's not been that way for a long time. I actually almost got rid of this plant. I propagated it so many times and I was like, oh, I'm just over it. Like, it's not growing well and I just don't think it's worth it. And Alice was like, trust me, you do not want to get rid of that plant. And thank goodness I listened to her, because it's a great plant. So if you've ever bought a cutting from me, this is the plant that it's from, and she's a delight. Okay, next one. I was gonna throw this over my shoulder, but it's soaking wet. This is my green soul from Equagenera. This is the Bessiaea Frigettii, or is it a Frigettii Bessiaea? Frigettii Bessiaea. I'll throw in Mom next to me. This actually was Mom. Well, this is like the bottom cutting. I chopped it up into a million pieces and sold them, and then I kept this one, and I'm hoping to grow it back to the size it was before, because seriously, such a beautiful plant. I'm running out of space here. Okay, another Dania plant. This one is beautiful. This is a Tazula Ace of Spades crossed with a Pap. Guys, I feel like this lighting, or like the camera, it's not doing it justice, and that's the brightest that it goes. But like, it looks ace. Like, this looks like an Ace of Spades, just taller. Like, it has another like 5 head. Longer, sharper, narrower, but very ace. So think Ace of Spades, but like Pappy. That's literally the cross. It is the perfect hybrid of both parents. So I really am enjoying this one. I think this is probably, is it my favorite? I think it's my first favorite of Dania's is the Red Crystal Self, the one with the super, super red emergent leaf. And then I think this is my second favorite hybrid that I've ever gotten from her. Okay, this one is another Lux hybrid. This one is my Carla Lux. Oh my gosh, sorry, earthquake. This is my Carla Lux. Didn't I just water this? Why is it? Oh yeah, okay, there's water. Felt really light. It looks very similar to, no it doesn't. I was gonna say it looks pretty similar to my Red Crystal Lux. My Red Crystal Lux has a pink sinus. This one has like a yellowy one, but like the edge of it is red, but the actual sinus itself is like yellow green. Not like wowed, not super wowed by this plant at this point, but I know that it's gonna be really nice when it's bigger, so I'm gonna see it through. I'm gonna chop off a bunch of these leaves though, because too many. Okay, I have literally no space in here at all. I might have to start going into the hallway. This one's kind of tricky to take out of here. I chopped off some leaves because they were ugly / had thripsises. I actually think this is the plant that started the thrips problem in this room, because it was like infested. But the new leaf looks pretty unscathed, I think. I don't think any thrips have gotten to it. I've been trying to shower it every so often just to keep things clean. But yeah, this leaf looks like it's gonna be quite large, so that's great. Okay, where did I put you? So this is my Chia Pezens crossed with a Vera Pezens. This is probably one of the very few plants in my collection that are like actually glossy. I have this one, and then in terms of anthurium, there's this one, and then there's the Diablo ones that I'll show you in a bit, but I do think that this is the one of two. This is just way too bright. Hold on. That's way better. Sorry. I think that this is one of two glossy anthurium that I have. I just like the leaf shape. I think it's really cool. It's kind of like if Spiritus Sancti was an anthurium, but just not as like dark. I would have loved, if this had a darker leaf, I would love it even more. But you know, you can't have it all, and we appreciate the plant for what it is, not what it isn't. Okay, next is my actual Spiritus Sancti from Bros with Hose. This is how it started. I actually found this picture as I was cleaning my phone out last night. And yeah, it was quite small, but what's the newest? This is the newest leaf on it. And I've seen some spirituses where like the leaves stay really thick, and so I was thinking that this would be probably a thicker leaf spiritus, which made me a little bit sad because I really love the skinny ones, but look at this one. She's a skinny mini. I love it. I'm so excited for this plant. This is like one of my favorite philodendron, and honestly, I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't include this in my 12 plants video. I would have turned it into a 13 plants video had I remembered to include this. So if you watch that video, just know I made a grave mistake, and this is another one that I 100% would love to keep around. And then there's this one that I got from Alice. This is my complex Lux hybrid. This is a Crystal Mag Forgetii Lux. I was actually thinking of bringing this one to my sister in California, only because I just feel like with the Lux hybrids that I have, I probably don't need this one. I have quite a few. I have the Lux Ralph Lauren Fort Sherman, Red Crystal, Lux, what did I say? Carla Lux, Ace Lux. I have another Lux hybrid in my living room, and I'm pretty sure I have even one more, but yeah, I'm not really sure I should be like giving that much real estate to this one. It's a nice one, and it grows like pretty easily. I think because it's such a complex hybrid, it's got like that vigor about it, but you know, I just didn't want her to throw it away. This one is my Alocasia nobilis sanderiana. I'm still trying to find a backup plant of this. I'm hoping that I can find one when I'm in California. I'm not seeing any new roots just yet, but I did do that very, very recently. So yeah, it wasn't doing too hot in the pond that it was in, and I wanted to bury it a bit deeper. So yeah, it's really perky though, so I'm happy about that. I might have to eat after I'm done showing you guys all of these plants. So my narrow pally showed this one in that video, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. But pushing out a new leaf, I am so excited. This is one of the very few, honestly, it's one of the very few plants that I have that anytime a new leaf comes out, I am just on leaf watch. I mean, it's really exciting having new leaves on, especially I would say the younger anthurium where you're not 100% sure what it's gonna look like. I think once an anthurium reaches a certain size, you kind of already know what to expect, so it's not as exciting. But when you have the younger anthurium where you're not really sure what the plant's gonna look like yet, it's like, yeah, it's really exciting. But this is one, like, I know what it's gonna look like. I know exactly what it's gonna look like. It's already at flowering size. But anytime a new leaf comes out, I am the happiest girl alive. I'm unstoppable. I'm invincible. Yeah, she's that girl for me. I think this is another Ace hybrid. So this is an Ace Dark Mama. Yeah, Ace Dark Mama. At least that's what it was sold to Jing as. I don't actually think that's the idea of this plant. I have doubts about whether there actually is any Dark Mama in it, but I can certainly see the Ace. It's got that like really classic moody Ace leaf color, and it has like that bronzy, super bronzy undertone, which I really like. I just realized I haven't been wiping leaves down, so that's great. I don't even remember who I've done now. Okay, give me a second. I need to catch up on the wipe downs here. I don't want to forget anyone because then it just kind of makes it pointless. Who do I grab? Who do I grab? Who do I grab? Here. Syngonium Chia Pence variegated. Got this one recently. Jing said that this plant has notoriously pushed out just like a low variegation leaf and a high variegation one. Now we've got the low variegation and the next one should be higher variegation. I actually saw one of these pop up on my For You page the other day. Hopefully I can find it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Hopefully she hashtagged it, but holy smokes, I've actually never seen one that big before in terms of like how tall it is and also just the leaf size itself. Like the leaves were big. So now I'm like feeling inspired. Although I did say like I need to stop bringing home climbing plants. Hers, I believe, was on an actual pole. I don't know if I can get away with just using something like a bamboo stick or something. Red Crystal Port. This is the mother to my KOS hybrids that I did with Alice. I really, really love this plant. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a favorite, but definitely up there. Like if I could only keep maybe like 20 anthurium, this would for sure be one of them. I think that this one has one of the best textures. It's just very hard to see. You gotta see it in real life. Biliatia variegated, kind of variegated. I thought this was gonna be such a nice one, but oh no. This leaf was like this, tucked in, didn't have light, and now it's brown. I don't know if me and variegated plants are meant to be. Not only is like the variegation so unstable, like look, this one only has like the slightest bit of variegation down at the bottom, right here. But like just the browning, I can't with the browning of the leaves, just gives me the ick. Oh, wipe leaves down. I don't like filming like this when I'm like frantic. This one is flowering again and currently has an infructescence. Oh my gosh. It's taking forever though. We did Carla Wu 1 on this Forgetty Eye Carla. I think it's gonna be nice. This leaf was stressed out though. Cause look at, anthurium do that when it's stressed. That's not like a mutation. It's just, yeah, stress. So it looks like a prolapsed butthole, but the berries are forming. It's just seriously taking forever. This one is sticky now. Obviously, I'm not gonna throw pollen on it. I'm gonna collect pollen on this, and I don't really know who I'd wanna throw it on. I just have to see what is gonna work out in terms of timing. It always freaks me out when I see like pollen on the leaves. I'm like, is that spider mites? You know what? I'm probably not gonna be moving these plants that are up there, I don't think. Or maybe I will, I don't know. You know what, I'm gonna turn it back on. I feel like it's too dark in here. Now it's like really blown out. I just wiped these leaves down. I took it in from my living room because I had this on top of my TV, you know, on the shelves that I installed over my TV. One, this plant guttates a lot, and so I would wake up and there'd be like drips all over the TV. Don't tell Vince. And I just could not have that. And then two, Vince one day was like, do the shelves look like they're bowing a little bit? And they were, like it was just way too heavy. So I've really like shaved down the number of plants that I have on the shelves up there, and it's very, very minimal now because apparently those shelves cannot take any kind of weight because they're cheap. Burley Marks' flame that I just repotted. I don't know if it's going up before this. I think it's going up next week, so kind of a spoiler, but I repotted my Burley Marks' flame because it's very, very naughty and not nice at all to me. But I'm investing the time because I know that it's gonna be worth it. Philodendron polypoidioides. This one was pushing out a new growth point, or was pushing out new growth, and then it died, so that's awesome. Also haven't really seen any new roots. I think I might get it out of here and do mineral magic or rooting riches. I never really considered doing rooting riches for a philodendron, but that one might just be an exception to the rule. Not gonna spend too much time on this one because I just showed you guys in my 12 plants video. I threw some dorayaki pollen on it. I don't know if it's actually gonna take. It doesn't look very promising right now. I kind of feel like the inflow is gonna start dying pretty soon. Where do I put anything? Oh my word. I'm not gonna take down my mag ace or ace mag, whatever that is, because it's so heavy. And I'm probably not gonna take down my pally either. Veitchii with the longest petioles. I don't know if I want to keep this plant. It's like I like it for like what it is, like the leaf, but I feel like everyone who has a Veitchii all have these super long petioles, and I don't know if it's because it's like a land dweller, like they don't really grow in the mountains or like up trees and stuff, so they naturally have to kind of sprawl to get sunlight. I don't know, I'm just spitting out thoughts here, but what the heck is all this damage on the leaves? Okay, this one is my Diabloense, the other glossy leaf anthurium that I have. Look at this last leaf on it. It's so big, but it's got all these spots and I don't know why. Is that like fungal or what? Why are you doing that? Why can't I have anything good in this life? It is one of the very few anthurium that I've had in no drainage. It's been growing pretty okay without drainage holes, but I do think maybe I'll repot this and get it into drainage. And also I am gonna chop it because I have a friend who wants a cutting and I can't say no to my friends. I have a weakness. For my friends. Okay, I'm leaving that mag ace. I will just throw in a picture of what it looks like here. Got this one from Alice. I actually really like this one, but again, it's kind of taking up a lot of space, and it's not one that I ever see myself hybridizing ever. It's just a plant that I like having around. Maybe I'll move it to my bedroom or something because I just got rid of some plants in there. That's not a bad idea. I think I'll do that. I'll take it out of here and put it in there. And then I have my pally. I've got this pally here, very, very large, super heavy. I'm not gonna be showing it to you here, but I think I'm gonna leave it where it is. It's kind of in a good spot. I don't really want to disturb it. I think it's working on a new leaf. I was actually thinking recently, do I need to keep this pally? Because I really, really like my pally narrow. I have my Wendlingeri, and my friend Owen, I think, is gonna be sending me another Wendley, which is so generous and kind of him. But I don't know, like obviously I love a good, nice, thick pally leaf. I'm sure my sister would want this, but I really don't feel like hauling it all the way to California, but I just don't know. I don't know. I never thought in my life I would be contemplating getting rid of a pally this big, but just thoughts. I am waiting for pollen on it. It's taking forever. It's been sticky for weeks. It smells so bad, but I have a few plants that I really want to throw the pollen on. I don't know if it'll take, but it would be pretty interesting. I have a hetero up there that I'm not going to show you because it's just a stick. It looks like a Harry Potter wand. I have a Forgetii that looks like crap. My Frydek. I guess I can show you my Frydek because I do need to like give this one a good shower. I haven't actually taken this one to shower in a long time, and I'm supposed to be doing that every single week. I've been slacking. I bet you this thing is covered in spider mites. This is the newest leaf on it. I don't see any spider mites. No. Oh no, I can see webbing. Yeah, honestly, I'm probably gonna just chop all these leaves down. I don't know. I don't really know about having a Frydek anymore. Honestly, it's just a magnet for mites, and like I'm not really enjoying it the way I used to. It's just become kind of like a headache, and it's been just spreading spider mites to anything that it's near because of the way it like kind of grows 360. Yeah, that's one that I'm thinking of. And it's crazy because I love the fried egg a lot. And I do still want to have at least 1 or 2 variegated plants in my collection because I've gotten rid of so many, but it's just, I don't like the pest thing. Anyway, guys, I'm going to eat. I'm gonna feed my kid, but I'm gonna show you what the plant room looks like, and then we're just gonna I'm gonna get this cleaned. I'm not gonna do like a crazy clean. Just gonna probably vacuum, give it a quick wipe down, and then get the plants back onto the shelf because I've got to be in mom mode in the next for the rest of the day. Archie is so grumpy. He like would not even eat his lunch, just screaming and crying. I didn't get to finish my lunch, so I'm eating a beef jerky stick, and I'm just gonna get everything back in because I don't have time. I don't have time for show and tell anymore, unfortunately. Oh, let me show you what everything looks like. It's wild in here. This is where I put all of the little seedlings. Goes all the way into my closet. And I've got 2 tables full. Everything is kind of squished back here. And that is where you are. It's madness. I have like no space to work, but this is what it looks like right now. Completely empty. I think I'm gonna remove the fountain. I'm gonna remove that because I never water it and it looks ridiculous. It looks so dumb. And I don't expect Alice to like pull the ladder out and water it. So I'm gonna remove that if I can reach it. And I'm gonna move that to my bedroom like I mentioned. I feel like he's just staring at me. I'm gonna start with all the strappy ones first and then place around it. And I'm sorry if this last part seems rushed, but this is the, what's that sound? This is the world I live in now. I just have to accept it. I think I'm gonna put this in the living room where the sun shines because Archie actually really loves seeing all the twinkles, so. There my squeaker goes again. Back at it. In a perfect world, I would clean up the wires, but unfortunately the world is far from perfect. Oh, no. Remember when I told you guys that this plant was unscathed from thrips? I lied. I should have known. It has thrips in this little corner where it's all orange. I think I need a new contact prescription because I can't really see with my current prescription anymore. Okay, well, that's got thrips. Perfect. I'm just gonna spray it down. I think I'm going to move this pally a little bit towards the center, and I need to put some kind of protective thing because that stupid pot just like, not leaks, but like the water seeps through like whatever it's made of, the clay or the ceramic. Not too much over, just slightly over. I just like to switch it up just a little bit to make it feel like it's different. I like putting a disco ball over the pot because it reflects off the grow lights and makes it all sparkly. Should go lower or higher? Here. Who's another strappy one? My pally and my one lingeri. Maybe in this corner. All right, now I need some of the bigger leafed ones. Automatically, I'm thinking of Forgetii Red Crystal. I kind of want that one to be somewhat focal. Don't really want it super near my patty, which has ribs. My Red Crystal Port has a pretty big leaf. Do I want that one focal though is the question. Maybe I'll put this one here. And then who else has big leaves? Ralph Lauren and Fort Sherman Lux. Lux Ralph Lauren and Fort Sherman. I kind of want this one somewhere in the center. I wish this leaf was like that and not off to the side. Bigfoot also has a pretty big leaf. That one I had in this area before, so maybe I put it here. Switch it up a little bit. I'm kind of doing the top shelf last, the ones that I know are gonna go up there. Gloriosum, maybe down here. RA5 Swamp. This one's kind of like rehabby looking, so maybe I put that over here. Maybe I'll put it all the way in the corner. Banished Bessier Af AOS Green. This one's pretty cute, so I'm scared of putting anything next to this patty. It's the only one that I found thrips on. Oh, you know what? I need a rock. I need an emotional support rock for this plant. Oh, I have one in the... I have one by the sink right now. I washed this rock the other day and it was just sitting by the sink. Vince was like, your rock, do you... I was like, give it to me. I just want to push this up a little bit. It is so hot in this plant room. I'm sweating. Okay, that's good. Who else is big? Oh, I like this one. Obviously, my Red Crystal Cell from Dania. It's just like, it's hard to like actually see it when you're looking from the front, but we'll give that one a good center focal spot. This one. Oh my gosh, it scared me. It scared the bejesus out of me. That was weird. That was spooky. That was haunted. Okay, I've got my plant from Sabrina. I'm putting some of the uglier ones towards the sides where you can't see it all that much. This one can also go back over here. And who else is kind of... This one's pretty cute, and this one already had pests, so I'll just put that one near my patty. We'll risk it. I need to maybe get rid of, get rid of like 5 plants. So I think I'm gonna get rid of my Forgetii. Guys, this one needs a bigger pot, or like at least a pot extender, the poor thing. Should I get rid of my Veitchii? I'm kind of over it now. This one needs a proper cover pot. That one is just not gonna cut it. I wanna make sure everything is in a proper pot before Alice gets here, because she's gonna be like, what are we doing here? Okay, Brielle Crystal Black. This one's looking pretty okay, so I'll stick this one here. Warocquianum, looking like a poo-poo caca, so you can go in the corner. I think I'm gonna stump down the Super Complex Lux, the Crystal Mag Forgetii Lux. I'll stump that down and bring it to my sister. I'm stressed, guys. It's like, it's fun to a certain extent, and then you reach a point where you're like, okay, I'm ready to be done now. I'm over it. Time to do the bigger ones. So the ones that are gonna go up here, I know you can't really see it all that well, but Scalprum will go back up. Kind of like kind of like it in this corner. I'm gonna take down that thing off camera because I can't even, I'm just like in let's finish mode right now. You guys, if you are child free and you're doing plant care, it's a luxury. Don't ever take it for granted. Okay, this one will go back up here because it's got the tallest inflow ever. I think I might need like a support stake for that inflow. It looks like it's getting kind of heavy and I'm scared it's gonna snap. Okay, Burley Marks' flame can go here maybe. It's probably not gonna be getting enough light right there. Spirit of Sanctity, I think I'll put that here. Oh, no, I don't really like that. I'll just put it back up here. Maybe my cupria goes up there somewhere. See, even getting rid of one big anthurium up here makes all the difference with space. Guys, I think I'm gonna let go of my veitchii or just put that in my bedroom or something. I don't know. I'm not really feeling these tall petioles. This shelf is gonna look so crazy once all of the yellow sticky tags are in each plant, but I'm not playing about these fungus gnats. I'm really not over it. I think I have just enough space here. Polly, I'm gonna need to repot this because she is struggling. I have about about two spots for a big plant. Not big, but like big-ish. Who will it be? I want to do that Zara Michelle Brielle red crystal that I like so much somewhere where I can see it. Filled in that spot, and now I need to fill in the corner back there. Maybe I'll just do this little guy. Oh, I want to do my blood moon somewhere focal-ish. That one needs a riser as well. Okay, now let me just quickly load in all of the small ones. The goal is gonna be for all of these tiny ones to fit in the bins that I bought. I only bought 2 bins, so it's gonna have to be the ones that I'm like really, really loving right now, or the ones that I think are gonna need it the most. I wanna put this Zara Michelle Carla somewhere focal too. But where? Maybe here. I need to change this tag because I don't like the super hot pink. I feel like it's messing up the aesthetic a little bit. I keep stepping on wet spots on the floor. Am I stressing you guys out? I feel like I'm being so neurotic. My energy is not it. This is not the vibe. Is there even anything in here? What the heck? Oh, I wanted to do that to cover. I have all of my cords right here and I don't like the way it looks. I was trying to figure out a way to cover it. Can't be bothered with it at the moment. Let's pick our battles. Picking your battles is a very important lesson or mantra to have in this hobby, because if you try and fight them all, you're gonna drive yourself crazy / have no peace. I'm gonna show you guys who I'm gonna be getting rid of. Crystal Mag Forgetti Lux. I know I just got this one, but this one will go to my sister. Getting rid of that one, getting rid of one of my Brielle red crystals. I'll get rid of the smaller one. They're literally identical. The other one is just a little bit bigger. I'm gonna get rid of this because I find Forgetti to be too demanding in ambient, and it's weird because like the forgetii has always been one of my favorite anthurium, but sometimes that's not enough. Like, you know how sometimes they say love is not enough? That's how I feel in this situation. Mellow is gonna be going. I've wanted to get rid of this for a while, but I've just felt this guilt. And then I'm gonna get rid of one of my own crosses, the Indo-Pappy Darkish Forgetii, Veitchii. The growth pattern is just too unruly. The only long petiole plant that I can handle at the moment is my Dean McDowell. Those are already like a mile long. I can't handle 2 plants with mile-long petioles. And then I'm not gonna get rid of the Palmanii, but I need to find a new spot for it. And then plants I'm gonna be stumping down, the Herc, the super round HURC. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of the crystal black. This is crazy. Never thought I'd see the day. AOS Carla has been stumped. These are all going into prop bins. And the Heterophila Dragon's Breath. This one's probably gonna push a new leaf for me somewhat soon, so I'm just gonna keep it down here because if I stick it in a prop bin, it's gonna like hit the top. Okay, I think, oh crap. I have my Heterocraspidon. I'm gonna have to find a spot for that too. And for my Ripsalis, I forgot I had this Ripsalis. Should I just get rid of it? What do I do? What would Jesus do? What do I do? What do I do? Do I get rid of it? Do I just keep it? Do I just shove it? I don't know. I don't even feel like it looks nice on this shelf. Does it? Or do I have an agenda? Whatever. Stick it there for now. And oh my God. Oh, this one I'm gonna be stumping down, well, sticking back into prop bins. This Ripsalis. And that is about it. Okay, obviously I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like once it's all clean in here, which I will do off camera. So let me throw in the montage now. It has been a wild ride today. I've been filming for hours. I started this morning and it is now the afternoon. I hope I was able to put together something good for you in terms of a long video. I am so sorry for all of the screaming and baby noises. I know some of you guys are so sweet and say stop apologizing for his sounds, but it can be distracting. It's really distracting for me when I'm trying to film and have like a train of thought. But yeah, that's this channel now, plants and parenthood. I try my best these days and I still really want to be here on YouTube and I want to dedicate the time to YouTube. It's just really, really hard. And I think some of you guys can see that I'm kind of struggling with that, but I want to be the beacon of hope for parents everywhere who feel like they need to give up their plant hobby when they have kids, and that is just not the case. It's different, it's super different, but it's doable. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching another Saturday upload. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one.